What's up, all you cool snakes and neonates? How's it going? I hope you're all keeping well. Doesn't the spider rack behind me look pretty good just now? Pretty snazzy. It's also full of a lot more spiders, believe it or not. And we acquired like 9 new spiders over a couple of days. Not intentionally. Well, somewhere. So, that's Leah trying to get out. So it was Kirsten's birthday. I bought her a mystery box from the spider shop, and it was great. We got some awesome spiders in the box. We're going to get into that in a minute, but we got a mystery box from the spider shop. Now I'm going to put a link in the description to the spider shop. You guys go over there and check it out. I think they've got a YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description to their YouTube channel. And you can go and check them out. The box was fantastic. The spiders we got some really beautiful spiders. My only gripe that I have is that I asked for them to be delivered the day before Kirsten's birthday, and they were actually delivered like immediately as soon as I sent in the request. They were sent out immediately, which was like a couple of weeks before her birthday. But never mind, beggars can't be choosers. We got some awesome spiders in here. As always, we buy a lot of stuff from the spider shop and things like that, so I thought I'd give you guys sort of a little sort of episode. This is a full-on spider episode. We've got 9 new spiders. Now, the other 4, came from a friend of mine. Now, I did some work on his car. I put new brakes in his car, and it turned out to be an absolute nightmare of a job. It was a French car, need I say any more? It was just awful. And I jokingly said to him, I was like, mate, this car nearly cost you our friendship. So he very kindly, because his car didn't kill me, he got a mystery box from the spider shop for me. And he said his description in the spider box was, my friend fixed my car for me, send me a box of pure evil. So because his car didn't kill me, he's got some spiders to try and finish off the job. So without further ado, let's go in and see some of these new spiders, these awesome arachnids. Let's go! So guys, as you can see, these are all the new spiders. Now I've put a label in front of them with their scientific name and common names, simply because I can't pronounce half of these scientific names. So I figured I'd put the scientific name and the common name in front of the animal. That way you guys can look it up yourself if you want, or do whatever. So first up, we have our Nandu colatrovillasis, or Brazilian black and white. You see it just right there. Now, these guys can have their own personality. One of these guys can be really tame and easygoing and docile, and another individual of the same species can just be absolutely crazy and hair flicked and be really flighty. So this one's a bit in between. It is in molt right now, but as you can see here, me and Kirsten have handled it, and it is possible to handle this little thing. So we're just going to wait till it's out of molt, had a feed, and then we're going to try and handle it again and see what like. It's just because we like to handle as many of our animals as possible. Of course, some of these spiders are not going to be handleable at all. Next up, we have our Brachypelma bohemii, or bohemii. Mexican flamed leg. It's pretty much the same as the last one, can be a bit flighty. There it is there, but as you can see here as well, I've been handling this one a little bit here and there. We've put plenty of substrate in there because she was freaking out with so much space and constantly climbing. She's a very active spider. You'll notice on this one, that back leg there is a bit gammy looking compared to the others. That's because it's actually has torn its leg off at some point in the past. This was one of the animals that came from my friend. It actually came from the spider shop a while ago. My mate Kyle had this one. I meant to say thank you very much, Kyle, for these spiders. These are awesome. But yeah, so he got this spider and it only had 7 legs, and they actually regrow their leg. So when they tear a leg off, a new one grows back inside one of the old ones, and then when it molts out, it just sort of pops out into its own leg, and then after a few more molts, that leg will look completely normal, just like the rest of them. Pretty cool, isn't it? I bet you never knew spiders did that. Well, I didn't anyway. Next up we have another Nandu. This is a Tripepi, giant blonde bird eater. Now you guys know we already have one of these. We have our boy Jacob, who is an absolute nutcase, as you guys seen in the previous videos. So if this turns out to a girl, we might breed them. If it turns out to be a boy, we'll rehome one of them. So as you can see, the Tripepi, the blonde, has actually burrowed right the way down there. Look at that, that's really cool. He hadn't done that yesterday, but it's actually managed to burrow all the way right down there. Look how tiny that little spider is. Next up we have a Kilobrachys hahini, Asian Fern tarantula. Asian fawn tarantula, sorry, can't even read my own writing. Asian fawn. Next up, we have a Trixopelma prurens, or Peruvian green velvet. This was one of Kirsten's that came in her birthday pack. There you go. As you can see, ours are just slings. Sling is short for spiderling, which is basically a baby spider. So as you can see, we're showing you these guys as spiderlings and then what they'll look like as adults when they get older. But these guys are absolute teensy right now, they just eat fruit flies. Next up, an Aphelpelma seamani, Costa Rican zebra. Having a name Seamani, I'm really going to have to struggle not to give this a naughty name. It's over. There you go. Another tiny, these guys are about a centimetre big. You can see how small that is next to my finger. These guys are only about a centimetre big. Cool little spiders though. All got full tummies, they all were fed yesterday. After that we have a Haplopelma longipes, or Vietnamese Tiger. I think it was this one was formerly known as something else. The common name is still Vietnamese Tiger. But it's hiding behind its name. There it is there, just a teensy little thing. After that we have our Ceratogyrus darling eye, or rear horned baboon. Really unusual looking spider, these guys as adults. With a big backwards facing horn coming out the top of their thorax. They look really strange. That one's hiding. Some of these guys are what's known as pet holes, which means you never see the spider, they just have a hole that they disappear down and you just basically have a pet hole that you feed. This guy here is a perfect example. Our next one, our Ornithotonus blah blah blah, whatever. Not even going to pronounce that. A Thailand golden fringe. I'm going to pop the lid off this one and you guys will see what I mean about a pet hole. And this one has actually really, these spiders have only been home about a week. I'm going to need 2 hands for this. This guy's only been home a week and look at these little burrows he's made. He made an awesome little hole right there. That wasn't there before. He's actually dug that up and around and you could see him there before, and now he's just made it into a complete tunnel. Tunnel going under his cork bark, a tunnel going under there, and trust me, this is only a centimetre big sling. This is not a big spider at all, and this is all fully webbed up. We're not going to see this spider for a while, until rehousing time probably, or when it gets just too big for that and it's just basically a giant tunnel in here. But that is so cool, just a big tunnel, and it went to work so quickly. But yeah, cool little spider, this one. So guys, as always, hope you all enjoyed that. You're a great bunch of people. Thank you so much for the comments and everything that you guys are always throwing on my posts. Thank you very much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you share this channel around. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.